How do you invest in real estate with only $1,000? That's the question everyone wants to know. And in this video here, I'm going to be sharing with you my 5 favorite solutions so you can start investing in real estate today. So if you're thinking about investing in real estate and you only have $1,000, you have to think of some creative solutions, as the traditional way of going to the bank to get a mortgage and have enough for a down payment isn't going to cut it. So in this video here, I'm going to be covering my 5 favorite strategies that you can start today investing in real estate so you can capitalize on time in the market. Because at the end of the day, real estate is all about time in the market, not timing the market. Now make sure you stick around to the end, as anyone can become a real estate investor, but if you actually want to be successful and make true amounts of money in real estate, you're going to need to know these 3 things. So the very first strategy you can implement today to start investing in real estate is partnerships. And most of the time when you're investing in real estate, you need 3 things. You need money, you need knowledge, and you need hustle or time. And typically people think or believe that they need all 3, when that is not true, especially when you're utilizing partnerships. As in partnerships, all you need to bring to the table is at least 2 of the factors. And since you're watching this video here, my guess is you don't have the money component. So therefore, you need to acquire the knowledge and you need to have the ability to hustle. So before you go out and start looking for investors to partner up with, you need to make sure you have your knowledge in check. And the best way to do that is there's a lot of great resources online, either through books, YouTube videos, or podcasts that allow you to acquire the knowledge to understand what exactly you need to do in order to have a successful investment. If you're interested or want to learn more about these resources, shoot me a message on Instagram. I'd be happy to give you a couple of my favorites. So once you've gathered all the knowledge, the next thing you need to do is get your hands dirty and start analyzing deals to best understand what are good deals in your location under that specific strategy that you've chosen and which are poor deals. And once you find a good deal, this is when you go look for other investors. Now, these other investors that you're going to be looking for may not necessarily have the time, but they have the knowledge and the money. And if your deal makes sense and they fact check you and they go, yeah, this makes sense, it's an actual proper deal that's going to cash flow and is an asset towards them, they're more willing to partner up with you. But the key here is you're bringing them the good deal first, rather than going out to connect with these people asking for their money. Because at the end of the day, that's you trying to pull value from them. Whereas when you're coming with a deal to them, you're providing value with them. And when you lead with value, people are a lot more receptive to help you out and to partner up with you. So if you're new here, my name is Matthew. I'm a realtor in the GTA, and this is my channel where I chat everything about real estate, investing, and personal development, helping empower you and give you all the knowledge you need to make the best decisions possible. So if that's of interest, make sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to not miss out on any one of my future videos. So maybe partnerships aren't for you and you like being that lone wolf that likes that autonomy of working by yourself, then this next strategy is great for you, and that is wholesaling. And this is where you're still going out hustling, looking for deals to flip to investors. But rather than trying to go purchase that property with a partner, what you're doing is you're reaching out to these homeowners, trying to get them to sign under contract that you'll buy the property at a certain price. Now, the key thing is you don't want just any other contract, you want an assignable contract. So basically what an assignable contract is you and the seller agree that you'll purchase this home, let's say, keep it simple, $100,000 under a certain time period, and you're able to transfer that ownership or that contract to someone else if you can find the deal. And then what you do, instead of going find an investor to partner up with, you find investors that maybe want to purchase the property. Now, what you do to make your own money is, instead of selling that contract for $100,000 to an investor, you sell it to them for $110,000. That $10,000 $10,000 difference is your finder's fee, and that's how you make money in wholesaling. So the key here to really make wholesaling work for you is you need to find deals that are off market, as these deals you'll be able to sweep in at a lower rate and get the deals that are still going to make you money but also be appealing to investors. So you could do some driving for dollars where you look around for some distressed properties and contact the homeowners to see maybe if they're willing to sell. So while yes, you can do this strategy for absolutely $0 out of your pocket, I'd recommend you spend your money on marketing so you can scale up your efforts and be able to get access to more leads, which could lead to more deals in the future. So the third strategy you can do to invest in real estate under $1,000 is a bit of a creative way to finance purchasing a property, and that is through seller financing. And ideally, you would want to find homeowners that have no mortgage. And what you're doing is you're going to that seller and you're going, hey, I would love to purchase your property, but instead of going to the bank and getting out a mortgage, why don't you act as the banker? And instead of me paying my monthly mortgage payments to the bank, why don't I pay them to you? And over time, I'll pay you off all the money so that I own the property. Now, this is a great opportunity as you're able to set up with the homeowner currently a way where you can finance the deal where maybe you won't need as much down payment to get the ball rolling as you would if you were going to a bank. Now, I do have to admit, this strategy is easier said than done, as you do need the seller to be mortgage free, you do need the seller to be willing to seller finance, and then you need the seller to be willing to accept not much of a down payment, as after all, this video is all about buying real estate for under $1,000. But it is definitely doable and something you could do. The fourth strategy you can do to invest in real estate, and it's probably the easiest and most passive way to invest in real estate, and that is through REITs, or real estate investment trusts. And you can even start this with less than $100. I think you can probably buy one for under even $50 for that matter. And what you're doing here is you're buying shares into a company that owns and manages a bunch of properties. And what's great about REITs is instead of buying one home where all your money is tied up in one asset, you could be buying a portion of a larger company that has hundreds, if not thousands, of doors that they're collecting from, both from the residential side, but it also could be through the industrial side or the commercial side, allowing you to get a lot more diversification on your money. So the majority of REITs out there are just like stocks and traded on the market, and therefore it makes it very easy for you to buy and sell and makes it a more of a liquid asset than typical real estate. So there's two types of REITs: equity REITs and mortgage REITs. Equity REITs, you're typically getting paid based on the income from the rents that company is acquiring, where mortgage REITs, you're typically getting paid based on the interest that they're making on the mortgages they've lended out to others that are purchasing property. Now, what's great about REITs is not only are you going to see that appreciation that you get from all other stocks, but you'll also be paid out dividends either quarterly or monthly. So you're still seeing that return on cash flow on a regular basis throughout the year that you would expect if you're renting a property. But the great thing about REITs is you have no management expenses and you don't require any of your time to manage properties. All you do is you check your bank account and your dividend has been deposited. Now, with that said, the cash flow you may receive proportional to the money you've invested is slightly lower, as someone else is managing that property for you. Now, one of the downsides about purchasing REITs is you have to purchase REITs with the cash you have on hand, eliminating one of my favorite reasons why to invest in real estate, which is using other people's money. So if you have $100,000 like a stock and you purchase a REIT, you're only going to get $100,000 of that REIT. However, if you were to go to purchase a property with $100,000 in cash, you could use that $100,000 as a down payment, let's say a 20% down payment, and you could purchase a $500,000 property. Now, if you saw 10% appreciation in both your REIT and your $500,000 property, after 1 year, you'll have $10,000 in appreciation in your REIT, where you'll have $50,000 in your property. And that's the power of leverage, and something you definitely do lose out on if you're using REITs. So the real question becomes, what would you rather prefer? A more passive strategy that you just throw money in and you don't forget and you get a smaller return? Or would you rather be more active and get your hands dirty on a routine basis but also see a higher return. Now, everyone's different, so maybe for you, it's REITs. For me, it may be rental properties. And the final and fifth way you can invest in real estate with under $1,000 is real estate stocks. And this is definitely less of a common one. So unlike REITs, where you're buying a real estate investment trust, with real estate stocks, you're buying stocks that are directly associated with the residential or commercial real estate market. So some examples of real estate stocks you would want to purchase would be home builders, real estate agencies, home improvements, construction companies, and other things along those lines, as you'll get that indirect benefit of investing in real estate. So now that you understand how to invest in real estate for under $1,000, the real question becomes, how do you become not just the average investor that maybe flames out after a couple of years, but actually a successful investor that makes long-term wealth? So the first thing you need to have is the learner's mindset. You need to be always looking to learn and improve your knowledge, whether that's on a particular strategy, whether that's on learning a new strategy, or if it's learning what's going on in your market and understanding what exactly is going on in your market and what you can expect through the trends you've noticed through analyzing properties. And another thing you could also be learning is how to manage a property better. As at the end of the day, if the numbers work and you're thinking great, if you get a poor tenant into that property, that asset that was once an asset could easily turn into a liability and a massive headache real quick. The second thing you need to understand is all successful real estate investors didn't get rich quickly, but rather got rich in real estate over the long term. And you need to switch your brain to understand it's a long-term game, because at the end of the day, real estate is not about timing the market, it's about time in the market. And you'll see all these seminars where these real estate gurus will come in and sell you, oh, you can become a millionaire within 2 years in real estate, no problems at all. And I've attended a couple of these webinars myself, and what I have found is typically when you're attending these get rich quick schemes, what it actually is it's not a get rich quick scheme for yourself, but a get rich quick scheme for the presenter that is selling you some course that is going to teach you how to invest in real estate. Where in reality, you can learn everything that they're going to teach you online completely for free, and it's still going to take you the same amount of time. So be patient, play the long-term game, as this is where the true wealth is. Don't get caught up in any get rich quick schemes. So the third thing all successful real estate investors have is a great team around them. So they have some contractors that they can call on a dime. They have some plumbers, some electricians, some mortgage brokers, and most importantly, a realtor that they can trust and also understands investing in real estate and can align their goals with your goals. So if you're looking to invest in real estate in the GTA, I'd be happy to help you out, as every day I help real estate investors buy and sell properties within the GTA, and I'm always looking for new clients that I can help where we can grow and build a great team together. So if you're interested in that, shoot me an email or shoot me a message on Instagram so we can learn more about each other, so that we can build a team together, so that we are both succeeding together. Other than that, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to smash the like button, as it really does help me out with the YouTube algorithm and get this content to more people. And if you are interested in learning anything more about real estate investing or just becoming a better human being, make sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, as this is what this channel is all about, is me sharing everything I've learned and giving it away for you. Because at the end of the day, for me, success by yourself is not really fun. I'd rather be successful with you as well. So shoot me a message so we can be successful together. And other than that, I hope you have a great and successful week, and we'll talk to you next week. So if you've enjoyed the video but unsure if you can invest in real estate or not because of the amount of funds you have, there's really two choices you have. You can either increase your income or decrease your expenses. So the next video I'd recommend you check out is money mistakes to avoid in your 20s. As at the end of the day, if you're able to reduce these mistakes and decrease your expenses, you'll have more money left over to invest in real estate.